Hi everybody and welcome to Wildcard Wednesday, January 20th, 2010. What you're looking at here is a ring bearer pillow that I just finished making for a wedding, a destination wedding in Cancun for the daughter of a family friend of mine. Actually, she's a really good friend of mine too. She asked me to make this ring bearer pillow in this style. The dragonfly on the pillow represents her little nephew that died of SIDS, and she wanted him represented at the wedding. The plants in the background are stalks of wheat that represent Alberta and Canada because they will be in Mexico for their wedding. And the lace at the bottom is just an old piece of lace that I dyed with tea to match the linen. And sorry, the bows are kind of crooked here, but anyway, you can see the ribbons hanging there, and the navy blue organza and the cream satin ribbon are the colors of her wedding. But I'm sure you're saying, well, what has that got to do with Wildcard Wednesday? Well, just hang on, I have to show you this next part. So long ago, before she was engaged, we had been joking around, and I promised her that Clay Aiken would sing at her wedding. So while I was making the pillow, I thought I should make her a really pretty card to go along with it. So I got to thinking about the Clay Aiken thing, and I got my daughter-in-law giving me these page talkers. I don't know if anybody's seen these, where you can record a voice or a song or something and then place it inside of a card. So I went ahead to make this card, which is now the card for Wildcard Wednesday. So I've started it already. It is a card that was cut 5.5 inches. And so it's 5.5 inches by 11. So when it's closed, it is a 5.5 inch card. You can see, sorry, the camera's kind of shaky. You can see on the front here, I made the cream you can see on the front here, the cream cardstock is been, I used the Petals of Plenty, what do you call it? The vanilla cardstock has been put through the Big Shot with the Textures Impression Petals of Plenty, so you can get a nice close-up of that. It's really nice. And then I made a gatefold card. I can't close it right now because there's adhesive on the other side and I don't want it to stick. So I made a gatefold. I have this piece of transparency dragonfly here, and I'll come back to the front in just a moment. So on the inside, I adhered the page talkers right here, and I recorded Clay Aiken singing. So listen. It has to kind of play through. It's only 20 seconds, but I think she's going to get a real kick out of that. I went ahead and made a cover with the same Petals of Plenty and the die impressions, textured impressions, and then I raised up here. I used foam tape. I just want you to see, and I put several layers of it. I think there's 3. Okay, I went ahead and put the cover over that speaker, and then I ran the vanilla cardstock through the Textured Impressions die again, and then I just cut out with my little scissors just one of the little flowers, and I'm going to glue it right over one of those flowers. And then when I write my note, I'm going to mention for her to just press the flower, and she'll have a surprise. So I went ahead and cut a vanilla insert to put inside of the card, and I'm going to use my corner rounder to round it, and then I'm going to use some navy Stampin' Up! Ink to ink around the edges. So here is our card in its completion. I can show it to you much better now. So there's the textures and impressions with the vanilla, and it was inked with the navy Stampin' Up! Ink. And this dragonfly, as I said before, is transparency, and I just cut it out. I tucked my organza ribbon under the wings. I'm going to take just a piece of vanilla twine like I did in the last video and just tie that over instead of putting a bow, but I didn't want to do that because I wanted to show you the inside. So like I said, it is a gatefold card, and I use Stampin' Up! Navy. I will be writing my her a letter right here, and that's why there's really no sentiment in here, because it wasn't really a wedding card. It was just a card from me to her for her ring bearer pillow. And like I said, when she presses the flower here, well, you guys know what happens. I decided to use a 1/4 inch vanilla satin ribbon to tie the navy blue organza ribbon, because it was just a dressier look to the card than the twine. So here we have our card and our ring bearer pillow, and I really hope that Amy likes them. It was a true labor of love. I wish I could join them at their wedding, but I wish them all the best. And we'll see you all next week. Bye-bye.